What do you do for a living?
I work at a group home.
Stay there. Don't go to law school, because you're not getting it. You're stubborn-headed.
And later today...
Miss Myers, you can't collect child support for a child who's emancipated.
But they are letting him do that, and I give it to Isaiah.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that.
I swear under oath. Yeah, I give Isaiah every dime.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Talisha Doss says her aunt and uncle, Connie and Walter Trouser, owe for damage to the hood of her car. Talisha says she was chased by their son's pit bull and had no choice but to jump on the vehicle.
You have anything else you want to say to me?
You gotta understand, my house is like where everyone come to, all the kids and everything else. And we had the dog there, and the dog is used to the environment. The dog is a family dog.
He's not vicious.
He jumped out of the window of a car.
Probably just it was a nice day, and he probably just jumped out the window. He wasn't actually attacking her.
That's
he just
what he
jumped
said.
out the car.
Is your son lying to me?
She didn't think that dog.
No, listen to me. Is your son lying to me?
What do you mean? Is he lying to you about what?
He said the dog was attacking her.
He was just going after her.
No.
I asked her specifically.
No, listen to me. I just asked you a question. Your son just said to me he was attacking her. I saw him attacking her.
No,
that's what he said.
He was not attacking her, according to him. He was playing with her.
My auntie wasn't home.
He was playing with her. It doesn't matter. He was playing with you.
I'm just asking you. That's what he said he saw. Now, you weren't home, right?
No.
That's what your son said. We can play back the tape for you. Your son said, I saw him attacking her.
But the point was not that he wasn't coming after her.
No.
She jumped on her own car.
Listen to me.
Buck never jumped on her car. I asked her specifically, did she do that?
Listen to me. He doesn't have to jump. Okay. Miss Chaz, are you being serious with me?
I'm being very serious.
Are you being serious with me? Well, you're being very foolish. I'm not going to allow you to continue because you're just being very foolish. A, you weren't there. B, listen to me carefully. Listen, you may get away with talking at home over somebody. You don't get away with talking over me.
Well,
if your dog put a stranger, and she's a stranger because she's not the owner of the dog, you're the homeowner, and you allowed the dog in your house, let's say instead of injuring her car, look at me, pay attention, don't look up in the air, annoyed. Let's say instead of damaging her car, when she jumped up on the car to escape the dog, who your son says, because he was there, was attacking her, and let's say she broke her arm in addition to damaging her car, you would also be responsible for her medical bills and her pain and suffering because you allowed the dog to be unleashed and it's your dog. Now, she may have, put your hand down and listen, you're going to learn something. She may, let us assume, have overreacted to the extent of the danger from your dog. It's still your fault. That's why you are not permitted to allow a dog to be free without a leash unless it's in a designated area. Like in a dog
property.
Listen to me. It's not on your property if you invite guests to your home.
I didn't invite her.
Oh, my God. Yeah, listen to me. What do you do for a living?
I work at a group home.
Yeah, stay there. Don't go to law school because you're not getting it. You're stubborn-headed. And if you have a dog in your house that is displayed any sort of propensity for either being vicious or apparently so, because according to the son over here, who now looks mildly bored, the dog was attacking her, which is why he grabbed it. Anybody that is now injured in or around your home because of this dog, it's going to be your responsibility. Do you own your home?
Yes.
Do you have homeowners insurance?
Yes.
You're going to have to use it. And you don't want to be in that position. I'm just giving you fair warning. Judgment for the plaintiff for the damage to the car in the amount of $546. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused when they step out.
You know, I love my auntie dearly.
I just think she's being greedy.
We all was close.
And selfish.
She left in my face.
She wanted somebody, and I told her I'm not giving her a quarter.
And it kind of got to me that she didn't even care.
She jumped on her own car.
I could have got bit instead of a scratch on the car.
No, it separated the family.
I don't know. Hopefully, time will heal.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Myers versus Claire. Step forward, please.
Carmelita Myers is suing her ex-husband, Frank Clare III, for his share of their daughter's volleyball fees.
Miss Myers, is this your daughter? You sure you want her in here?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Why?
she's a witness.
Okay. Mr. Clare, how many children do you and Miss Myers have?
2, Judge.
This young
Judge,
lady,
I'm a little uncomfortable with my daughter in here.
I think you may be right, and I may put her outside.
Thanks.
So just answer a few questions for me, please. Now, you have 2 children. This young lady who's 16, and her brother who is how old?
20.
Now, you are currently under a child support order, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You pay child support for both children?
Yes, I do.
And what is the child support order?
$259 bi-weekly
And you've been paying that for how long, sir?
since birth. But they wasn't receiving it until it got cut off because I was unemployed. Then she had it reinstated. I don't know exactly how long it's been reinstated because it seemed like I've been paying all my life.
Okay. Now, your first name is?
Nikita.
Okay. If I need you, I'll call you. You can go outside. Thank you. Okay. So what the case is about, Miss Myers, it is your claim that Mr. Clare owes you money for volleyball fees for your daughter so that she could be on the volleyball team in school, which you believe, which is all speculative, will enhance her ability to get a scholarship to college. And you claim that Mr. Clare made an agreement that he would pay for half of those fees. Now, is it correct, Miss Myers, that Mr. Clare is currently paying his child support?
Yes, ma'am. They take it out of his check.
And that order is for 2 children.
Yes, ma'am.
What does your 20-year-old do?
He just recently got his PERK card, and he's a security officer, and he's also going to school to be a barber.
What was he doing until recently?
He was working at McDonald's as a manager.
Was he living at home?
He hasn't lived at home in 3 years. He's married.
So this order of $259 biweekly is just for your daughter?
No, ma'am. The child support order was just put in for 2007. Before that, he never paid any child support. So he continued to pay Isaiah because of money that he never gave him before 2007. And he wasn't giving it to him then until I put the order in.
Just a second. Miss Myers, you can't collect child support for a child who is emancipated.
But they are letting him do that, and Mr. Clare is agreeing because prior to 2007, he never gave Isaiah anything.
I'm not agreeing.
Just a second. Has nothing to do with that. If he were to give Isaiah money, because he wants to do that, if he wants to make a gift to his child, that's one thing.
Well, I give it to Isaiah.
Just a second. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that.
I swear under oath.
Yeah,
I give Isaiah every dime.
Fine. Then what you have to do is you have to go to family court and you have to say, I want to stop the child support order for 2 children because one of my children has been emancipated for 3 years, and if his father wants to give him money, he can give him the money.
I mean, that's fine. He's the one that agreed.
I did not agree.
I know it's fine.
But the court told me to issue it to him, Your Honor, and that's what I've been doing.
You show me where the court directed that you give the money to your son Isaiah, and that's what you've been doing. Show me where the court says that this is an order for 2 children. Let me see. I never saw an order like that in my life.
Wait, stand with him.
Please point to someplace where you told the court that you were going to give this money to your son Isaiah. Show me.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, because he lives out of the house doesn't mean he doesn't need help.
Miss Myers, just show me. You said that that was in an order. And I said to you, show me where it says in the order that you told the court that you were going to give the money to your son. Show me.
It's his name right here, so it's supposed to go to him. Well, that's what I gave it to him because, and I give Nikita her money.
And I suggest if a 20-year-old is old enough to get married and make a family for himself.
Does he have a family?
Yes, he does. He has a wife. That's a family.
Okay. But he's only been married like 8 months.
Then I suggest you take $259 a month and put it towards your daughter's volleyball.
But why do I have to put it towards her volleyball? She has other fees that needs to be paid.
Miss Myers, if you believe that you are entitled to increased support for your daughter, go back to court.
I did.
And what did they say?
A modification is pending now.
Very good. Then we don't have to deal with it. Your case is dismissed, that's all.
What has that got to do with the volleyball?
Very easy. if you believe that volleyball is necessary for your 16-year-old daughter, then the court will entertain that application. The court, not this court, the support court.
This has nothing to do with supporting her. This is her volleyball.
Oh, yes, it does. You say it does not. But her school, her fees, her medical, her dental, her clothes, her after-school activities,
cannot be
all
paid with
for
$249,
Miss Myers.
Your Honor.
You get one bite of the apple. When are you going back to family court for your modification case?
I'm waiting on an answer. I don't know.
When did you file it?
I filed it 2 months ago, and I haven't heard anything.
I'm sure you'll be hearing from them soon.
I filed on the 16th.
16th.
To have him taken off.
Great. And then, sir, you'll have some extra money, and then, if you want to help out with the volleyball,
but
you can give it directly to your daughter for her volleyball fees. Do you understand?
I understand, Judge.
So if you filed for a modification, because that's why she's here, to have the child support cut, and if you are successful, and you might be, I suggest that as a good father, what you might want to do is help her out with her volleyball fees.
I will.
Do you understand?
But what about the last 3 years?
19-year-old Trayvon Whitaker for an unpaid loan to purchase a car.
Order. All rise. Now, that's case number 6 on the calendar in the matter of Bird versus Whitaker.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Mr. Whitaker, what do you do for a living?
I work at Applebee's. I'm a host.
And how long have you worked at Applebee's?
About a month.
Prior to that, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Who do you live with?
I stay with my aunt.
How do you get to Applebee's?
I drive.
In what?
Car.
What kind?
A Regal.
Speak in full sentences. I drive in a car. What kind of car is it?
Buick Regal.
What year Buick Regal is it?
91.
Where did you get it from?
I bought it from my uncle.
What's your uncle's name?
Mario.
Last name?
I don't know.
You don't know your uncle's last name?
Nah.
Is he your mother's brother or your father's brother?
Nah, it's still a street relationship.
He's a street relationship.
Yeah.
You ever spent any time in jail, Mr. Whitaker?
Yes, ma'am.
When was the last time you spent time in jail, Mr. Whitaker?
March through July of last year.
For what?
Possession of stolen property.
What kind of property?
I really don't know. I didn't have really much to do with the case. I just took
I don't
whatever deal they
understand a
gave me.
word you're saying.
That's because you just cut me off.
What kind of stolen property?
Computers or something.
Computer.
Yeah. What does this have to do with this case?
You asking me a question? I don't
Yeah.
answer your questions.
All right.
Now, if you spent some time in jail, that means it wasn't your first experience with the criminal justice system, Mr. Whitaker. So what you thought was going to be a fun experience and a funny experience for you to come here today is going to be far from that. Now, did you take money from Miss Bird? Let's get back to it. Did you take money from Miss Bird?
No.
Do you know what Miss Bird does?
Nope.
How did you meet her?
At a store in Sacramento.
At a store?
Yeah.
What kind of a store?
A parking lot.
Tell me about the meeting that you had with Miss Bird when you first met her at a parking lot. Go ahead, Mr. Whitaker. Let's chat.
I seen her in the parking lot unloading her groceries. I spoke to her aunt first, and then I spoke to her.
What did you say to them?
I said, can I speak to your daughter?
What were you doing in the parking lot?
Leaving.
In what?
A car.
What kind of car?
It wasn't my car. I was in somebody else's car in the passenger seat that has no relevance to this situation.
Don't tell me what's relevant and what's not, Mr. Whitaker. You think that you're smooth? You're a 19-year-old zero.
I'm not.
Great.
Right on.
Did you take money from Miss Bird?
N-O.
Did you give Mr.
Whitaker money?
Yes, Your Honor. I gave Mr. Whitaker a total amount of $7,100 on 4 different occasions. And when I met Mr. Whitaker, it was at a store. He was driving the car, so I assumed it was his car. And he had told me that he lived in Sacramento. I later found out...
What do you do?
I am a cash control clerk at a local water park.
What did you do before you just got hired at a local water park?
That was my first job, Your Honor.
How old are you?
I'm 18, Your Honor.
And where did you get all this money from?
On May 30th of 2009, me and a friend of mine were hit by a car. We were on a bike and we got hit by a car. We settled the case for $23,000, and after my attorney's services and all the other costs, I was awarded $16,313.80. And I did not physically get the check until December 3rd of last year.
How did the charming Mr. Whitaker know about this money?
He did not know about the money until the day I was going to go to sign the check. And he was at my aunt's house, Miss Ricardo, and I told him that I had to leave, and he had to leave too, so I could go to the lawyer.
What kind of car was he driving?
He did not drive to come see me that day. He took the Greyhound, and my aunt picked him up from the bus station and dropped him off at the bus station.
You must have liked her, Mr. Whitaker, if you came by bus to her house.
Yeah, naturally.
You must have liked her.
Yes, ma'am.
And you must have made arrangements for him to come there by Greyhound. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes, I did.
Why did you have to go the day that he arrived to pick up this check?
Because I had already made an appointment with my lawyer.
Why didn't you tell Mr. Whitaker, don't come down that day? I made an appointment with my lawyer.
I'm not sure.
Now, I didn't say to you, you have an appointment with a lawyer? What do you have an appointment with a lawyer for?
He did.
And what did you tell him?
That I had gotten hit by a car and I was going to get my check for my settlement.
And that was the first time he knew about it?
Yes, ma'am.
How long had you been going out at that time?
I'd say about 3 months.
And how far away did you live from each other?
I'd say about 80 miles.
Now, show me where you deposited your check into your bank account.
I didn't actually deposit that much money in a bank account.
What'd you do with it?
I had split it up into a savings account.
That's okay. Show me. I want to see deposits on December 2nd, 2010. Within a couple of days from that, because then you say that he came and took money from you that you drew out at $2,000 intervals. I just want to see where you deposited $16,313. Now I want you to tell me about Prince Charming over here.
Okay. He had asked me for the money on the 3rd. I told him that the check had to wait to clear, so I called him when the check did clear, which was on December 10th. December 10th is when he came down here on a Greyhound, and he stayed for the 10th and the 11th. Those 2 days, I gave him $2,000 on each day, because the bank would only allow me to take so much out.
What did he want the money for?
He said he wanted the money so he could buy a car, and he was also going to get me a car from his uncle.
His uncle? You mean his street uncle?
Yeah, his street uncle.
Street uncle, right? Is that what you told me earlier? Mr. Whitaker, is that what you told me before?
You got it on tape,
The street uncle, the same one that you bought the 1991 Buick from. Am I keeping you awake, sir?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
And he says, I asked him, he said NAW, N-A-W. Which actually, you know, if you wrote no, it would have been less letters.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Desiree Bird says ex-boyfriend Trayvon Whitaker owes for a loan to purchase a car. Trayvon claims he never received any money from Desiree.
Now, you say that you gave him a total of $7,000.
Yes.
And he was supposed to buy you a car as well as buy a car for him?
Yes.
No. I didn't hear anything about a loan.
Well, he asked me for the money, and he said he would pay me back.
What was he supposed to?
Every paycheck.
He wasn't working.
He lied. He had a job at his uncle's restaurant.
What was he doing for his uncle?
He was taking orders.
Okay. Now, he was supposed to buy you a car.
Yes.
What kind of car was he supposed to buy you?
He sent me a picture of the car.
He did?
Yes, he did.
Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
Okay.
I want it. Do you think he would hold it for me? Is that what you wrote here?
Yes.
Well, I see he... It doesn't work anymore.
I could change the settings so it won't go blank. Sorry.
I just recently replaced my rotary phone with a digital. I'm just curious, who picks the names?
Like what, his contact name?
Yes.
Oh, I did that out of anger, Your Honor.
So you wrote this name?
Yes, I wrote that as his name.
Well, why did you do it out of anger? You say, me, I want it. You don't think he would hold it for me? And he answered this name that you gave him. And he says, I asked him, he said, Naw, N-A-W. Which actually, you know, if you wrote no, it would have been less letters. Do you understand? And English. Okay. Now, why do you think, Mr. Whitaker, because it's really a relatively simple issue, Miss Bird says that she gave you money. Some of the money was for a hold on a car. I still didn't see the picture of the car, Bird. I don't know how to get that picture.
Let's bring up the car again.
Yes, sir.
A car for you and a car for her from your street uncle. Now, she looks like a nice young lady. So the issue is, you say you didn't get any money from Miss Bird, which means that she would have to be really psychotic, which means that she took, on 3 different days, which she has memorialized from her bank records, $6,000 out of her bank. So either you're lying or she's lying.
I don't really matter. Just show me my signature where I said, you feel me, I received money, and show me my signature where I said I was going to give it back on no loan or anything.
No. I'm not saying whether it was a loan, Mr. Whitaker.
No, I'm saying give me...
There's no paper. Listen to me. There's no paper.
Then what else we got?
That's not the issue. The issue isn't whether it was a loan or a gift.
I'm not talking about that issue. I'm talking about first where I received it. Show me
But
that.
that's all I'm saying. So either she's lying that she gave you the money, handed it over to you, whether it was a loan or a gift, which is something entirely different, whether it was a loan or a gift. But you're saying she never handed you any money, correct?
Yes.
So could you explain to me what you believe her motivation for saying she gave you, somebody who has a marginal job, very little income? I mean, she could pick somebody else that she gave money to. You know, she could say she gave money to Petrie Hawkins Bird. He makes a good living, right? Why would she pick somebody who makes no living to say, I turned over money to them?
You said why?
Why?
Why are you going to ask me what's she going to do?
No, I'm asking you, what would be her motive? If she was going to pick on somebody, let her pick on somebody who has money. She picks on you, you have nothing.
I don't know.
So you think she must be crazy, right?
Maybe.
You think she's crazy?
Maybe. All I know is I ain't signed nothing, and I don't got it.
You don't what?
I didn't sign nothing. I don't know nothing.
No, I didn't ask you if you signed anything. I know you don't know anything. I didn't ask you if you signed anything. You don't have to sign anything. That's how I make my living. If people signed things, I wouldn't have a job. Then it would be easy. I would say, you signed this, you owe the money.
All right, let me ask you this then.
You don't have to sign anything.
She just said that she texted me saying that my uncle had a car for her, right? And I was supposed to get the car for her. If you check the date on what she talking about, it's supposedly the date that she was supposed to give me the money, it was way after that. So if I was supposed to go get her the car, why didn't I just go grab the car right there? Why would she say, would he hold it for me? Am I right?
Just a second. Mr. Whitaker, your question actually is a very valid one. I'm going to ask her that question. Now, Ms. Bird, I read your complaint. And your complaint says that you gave him money on Decembers 10, 11, and 13.
And the 1st of January. And the 3rd of January.
Just a second. But I want you to read the date of the email that I just read when you said to him, won't he hold it for me?
Okay.
Which is a very good question, Mr. Whitaker. why would he have to hold it if you had already given the money for it, right? That's really your question. Why are you looking over there? I'm agreeing with you. You should look happier.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Your Honor, before I gave him the money,
Look at the email and give me the date of the email that you are asking the question, won't your uncle hold the car for me? I just read it, somewhere around December 27th.
December 19th.
December 19th, which was after you had already given him the money.
Exactly.
Well, then why would you ask that question, Miss Bird? Won't he hold the car for me?
Because I was out of town, Your Honor. I was in L.A. visiting my mom for Christmas. I had left Sacramento on the 17th of December. I did not get back to Sacramento until the 2nd of January.
But he had the money already. Why wouldn't he just give him the money and say it? Yeah, go ahead. According to you, he had the money already. Go ahead.
I don't know if she showed you or not. Another text message where she's saying she only got this amount of money in her bank, and she talking about buying the car herself. And she's like, well, I have $1,500 right now, but it's down here, and I can't get to it. You feel me? So she didn't show you that, though.
There is no text.
She was talking about buying the car herself with her money the whole time. So that's all irrelevant information what she's showing you right now, too.
Your Honor.
So she just caught herself up.
Mr. Whitaker, if you would try to speak clearly so I could understand you.
All right.
Because I have a feeling that you're saying something to me that may be valid.
The point I just proved when she's saying she gave me the money on this date, but then she's saying, will he hold the car for me? But I'm supposed to already have the money. But then this other text message is in there saying, because I remember the whole conversation with her saying, I only have this amount of money in my bank right now, and I'll try to get it. Will he hold it for me till I get back? But she didn't show you them text messages, though. She cut that off. You feel me? But it's all good. I'm not tripping. That's off the record. You feel me? But
No, it's not. We're not tripping. We're not tripping.
Your Honor, I have pictures of him holding the money. He posted it on Facebook, and he posted a post on Facebook the same day I withdrew the money on the toilet counting stacks. I'm blessed, and you can see that's my finger in the picture. I took this picture.
But I thought I wasn't driving. I was on Greyhound, remember?
No, that was the 13th. This is the 13th when you drove out there.
The only pictures I can show you with me holding stacks.
Hey.
What?
What? Talk to her. You don't talk to her. Do you understand?
I respect that.
Okay, do that.
Would you show those pictures to him, please, Officer Bird?
I put the pictures up there. I don't need to see.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah. Right on. I mean, I could show you plenty of pictures of me holding money. That's not the problem. Plenty of me in the pictures with other people holding money. That don't prove nothing.
On December 13th, did you post this?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
You want to read it out loud?
On the toilet count stacks, God, I'm blessed. Now, Desiree Bird just gave me $2,000. Look at me. You feel me?
Well, so how much did she give you, sir? Did she give you 2,000 or 6,000?
I'm taking pictures.
Just a second. From where?
From
did
where?
you get $2,000?
That's undisclosed. I didn't get it from her.
No. Did you make it at Applebee's?
I made it everywhere.
Excuse me?
Everywhere. From different stuff. I saved my money.
Just curious. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
तो आज हम रिकवर फायर के पार्ट लास्ट शुरू करने वाले हैं लेवल 1 के। तो चलिए फिर स्टार्ट करते हैं। लेट्स गो। तो लेवल पार्ट तो जी आखिरी लेवल स्टार्ट हो चुका है। देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है। ये गन मशीन आ गई। इसके पहले देखते हैं क्या होता है आगे। ये रेड कार्ड हमें दिखाई दे रहा है। इस तरह हमें हिट करना है इसको। इधर ये भी लगे हुए हैं। गेम के ग्राफिक्स तो अच्छे हैं। देखो क्या होता है आगे। इसकी गन मशीन को हिट करना है। ये हो गया, एक हो गया, ये दूसरी जा रही है। पहले इसको देखते हैं, ये गया, ये दूसरा इधर तो देखते हैं। तो पहले देखते हैं ये दोनों एक गया, दूसरा इधर, ये दूसरा भी गया। दुकान मशीन को पहले देखते हैं तो ये बहुत ही खतरनाक है। तो ये लेवल कंप्लीट हो चुका है, मिशन आखिरी था। तो जी मिलते हैं एक नई मज़ेदार वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़।